It's game 2 of the series, Padres and Rockies. Cameron Maven kick-started the Padres with his hustle double in the first inning and the first run last night as the Padres went on to beat Troy Tulowitzki and the high-scoring Colorado Rockies in a tight 3-2 game. As we welcome you to Petco Park, downtown San Diego, the Rockies and Padres' second game of this 3-game series. And good evening, everyone. What a beautiful day in San Diego. Well, isn't it always? Mark Grant, Dick Enberg, we're pleased that you have joined us. Last night's victory, 3-2. Volquez's first win as a Padre, but how about the bullpen?
It was like the running of the Bulls. The boys out of the bullpen. Get out of the way. 3 2/3 innings, zeros all the way across. 5 strikeouts. It all started with Joe Thatcher, and then Brad Brock came on, a couple of punchies in the 6th inning. 11 in a row, and if you're going to save ball games, it's not just one reliever out there. Collectively, they did a great job. And Dale Thayer with the save. Good to see the mustached one walk away with a baseball that he could put on his mantle and call it a big save in his career.
Well, the first win as a Padre for Volquez, first save for Thayer, and Jeff Suppan, his first win as a Padre when he came up as an emergency starter and shut out Milwaukee 5 innings.
He was crafty. He is a gutsy veteran. He is going to leave it all out on the mound, and you can see the congratulations from manager Buddy Black and Darren Balsley. They were very happy. He's going to leave his heart. He's going to leave his soul, all of his pitches out there on the mound. Try to go deep into the game again. 5 or 6 innings would be a major plus for the Padres if Jeff Suppan can go that far tonight.
And it's going to be really an interesting contrast in pitchers. The 37-year-old Suppan against a young man who was going to first grade when Suppan signed his professional contract, Alex White. Well, how about the hitters? We'll focus on them as well. And Yonder Alonso, a pair of line drive, base hit singles to center to help the Padres to the 3-2 win last night. And we're ready for the opening pitch. Jeff Suppan to the pesky Marco Scutaro, and he takes it outside. Scutaro with a couple of hits, scored a run last night. Former Boston Red Sox. He has hit .381 against the Padres in his career. 16 hits and 42 at bats. 2-0. Tom Hallion throwing that ball out. Plate umpire, and there is Suppan with his one start, going 5 innings, 4 hits, no runs allowed. Big victory for the Padres as he stepped into a big gap left by all the injuries to the Padres starters. Winning high praise from Buddy Black. On the outside corner with a delayed strike action from Tom Hallion.
Well, Jeff Suppan has to be right on. He knows that. Utilize that sinker, slider, curveball, cutter. He throws it all. Stay out of the heart of the plate.
Chop to the hole where Bartlett closes, throws in time for the Rockies will hit this way. Scudero, then Pacheco. Gonzalez, one of the top hitters in baseball, and has been very productive with the long ball. Tulowitzki in the cleanup spot, and the veteran Todd Helton bats 5th. Kadire, good add to this lineup for Colorado in the offseason from Minnesota. Ramon Hernandez sat out last night, in the lineup tonight, as is Tyler Colvin, who will play center field, brings another left-handed bat against Jeff Suppan. And Alex White will bat 9th, the pitcher. Drive to center field, and having to give ground is Maben, and he can't make the play. He turned the wrong way, and by the time he picks it up on his way to second and holding there is Pacheco with a double. That's a wicked line drive right at the center fielder, the toughest play of all to judge. He started one way, and then he realized he better get on his horse, and by the time he turned this way, too late.
Got tangled, got back on his heels, and drifting as well. Very makeable play. Draws a little bit of leather, but cannot come up with it. Once he made that first turn, he got caught back on his heels a little bit. Cannot get back at a quick pace, and that's when he got beat. He made a great effort on it, but that's a double for Pacheco.
And that sets the table for the 2 top hitters, Gonzalez and Tulowitzki, who bat next. Here's Gonzalez with a .458 batting average with runners in scoring position, best in the National League. Had an RBI last night, couple of base hits. Leads the club in those numbers, average, home runs, RBIs, among the leaders in the National League. Off to an all-star beginning in this 2012 year. Gonzalez 2-0.
Well, Jeff Suppan will be the first to admit I cannot be successful by pitching behind. First hitter Scudero, they got the ground ball, but he fell behind. Pacheco had an elevated pitch hit to the outfield. Now dangerous territory here, 2-0 against Gonzalez.
Rockies start tonight 6.5 games behind the Dodgers. They're 12-16. They've lost 4 in a row, 7 of the last 9. Pickoff move, and he just missed as Bartlett slaps the tag on Pacheco, and that was a bang play.
And sometimes you'll get those runners sleeping, especially when there's a 2-0 count. All the focus is on pitcher hitter. You get a timing play on daylight. Bartlett and gets the tag down, but Pacheco gets his hand just in time. Good play. Good timing.
Now the 2-0 pitch. Outside, 3-0. Tulowitzki on deck. First base open. Tulowitzki does lead the Rockies in hitting into ground ball double plays. And then Helton in the hole. And a 4-pitch walk to Cargo, and 2 on with 1 away as we look at the Padre defense tonight. In the outfield, it's Kotze in left, Maben in center, and Venable will patrol right field with Headley and Bartlett on the left side, Hudson and Alonso at second and first. John Baker gets the start, giving Nick Hundley a breather tonight behind the plate. Suppan in early trouble. He was helped out by the double play ball in the win against Milwaukee back on Wednesday last. That's a strike. Fastball at 86.
Yeah, Supan's not going to blow away any hitters. So the idea here is Jeff Supan's going to tell himself, I'm going to have the hitters get themselves out. I'm going to take the sting out of their bat. Stay down by the label. Stay off the end of the bat. Stay away from the sweet spot.
Infield set for 2. 1 ball and 1 strike. That was a changeup. Hallion's a tough customer behind the plate because he doesn't call the pitch physically right at the time of the call. He may be verbally. He waits, and you don't know if he's calling it a ball or a strike on the close ones. 1-1. Another fastball pinned on the outside corner.
Little two-seamer, a little bit of action on it. You can see what he's trying to do. Down and away to Tulowitzki.
Well, this umpiring crew have switched. Last night they switched second and third base. Now tonight they don't go in order. They've put Chad Fairchild behind the plate, not Hallion. So they're not working the usual order where you start and you just rotate around the bases. So Fairchild, not Hallion, the deliberate calls. Hallion at first, Marquez at second, and Honora at third.
You see where the pitches prior to that last one, Supan going down and away to Tulowitzki, down and away. Well, he tried to sneak it by him on the inside part of the plate, and Tulowitzki could not get his hands extended.
Pacheco at second, Gonzalez at first, 1 out, and 1-2 the count to Tulo. Smothered the slider.
Well, he's going to be throwing everything up there. Curveball, slider, changeup, cutter, sinker, partridge in a pear tree.
Yeah, he does have to go deep into his bag of tricks, doesn't he?
Yes, he does.
Whoa. Ripped foul. Count remains 1-2. Middle game of the series tomorrow. Early day game down here, folks, at 12:30. Our Padres live at 11:30. Jim Tracy's Rockies against Bud Black's Padres. That's the one he likes, says Supan. Bounce to third, right at the bag. Headley for 1 across the diamond. Not in time. Tulowitzki runs well. Just does beat the relay and might have pulled something as he tried to hustle and reach for that bag on the last stride.
That's exactly what Jeff Supan wanted Tulowitzki to do. A slider down and away. It's top to Chase Headley. Very close to first base. The momentum by Headley. Nicely done. Oh, very close. Hold all tickets. Photo finish. That was close. You're right, Dick. He came up after hitting that bag.
Running up the line, and then that stretch with the final stride to try to get the clear before the throw.
Looks like he's touching his left groin area. Watch, see if he tries to extend here at the end. Yeah.
Tracy and the Colorado trainer there talking with Tulowitzki. You certainly can't afford to take any chances with the well-being of this highly talented shortstop. Want to make sure he's okay, not aggravated more severely. Apparently he'll stay in. On the play, Gonzalez moved to second, and with 2 outs it's up to Todd Helton. Well, Commissioner Grant, what are our Lexus keys to the game tonight?
Well, the first one, I'll start on the bottom because Mr. Helton's at the plate. No welcome for Mr. Helton. Todd is tied with the highest lifetime batting average of any active MLB player at Petco Park, .333. Older, wiser winner, and we're talking about Supan versus the youngster Alex White. Hopefully the experience of Supan gets the best of the youngster tonight here at Petco.
First pitch misses. Ball one to Hilton. He's 7 for 29 head to head against Suppan. Hilton with a couple of home runs. Two veterans with the same mustache style. On the inside corner, says plate umpire Fairchild.
Suppan got a call on that slider on the inside off the plate.
Line drive, base hit left field. Does he like to go that way? Up with it is Kotze. Here comes the throw. It'll be cut off by Edley. No, he lets it come through. But easily scoring is Gonzalez, and the Rockies lead 1-0. Hilton, it's just such a talented hitter. Goes with a pitch, rifles that RBI single to left field. His 21st RBI of the season.
Well, as I mentioned, not a lot of swing and misses with Suppan out there, and Todd Helton has great command of the strike zone. He's got great coverage of the strike zone as well. That fastball was up, elevated, and we've seen Todd Helton do that many, many times. When the pitch is on the inside part of the plate, oh yeah, he'll pull it. Majority of time now, though, since he's getting long in the tooth, he will take the ball that way with the best of them.
9 for 23 with runners in scoring position this year. Hilton, that's .375 average. Kadire checks in at .275, and he too tough with runners in scoring position, hitting .400 this year. Some money bats in that lineup when you consider Gonzalez, Tulowitzki, Hilton, and Kadire. That's a tough string of 4 to face. One and one. Suppan seeking his 140th career win.
I'd say that's a pretty nice career in the big leagues, winning 140 games. My gosh, that's awesome.
20 years of pro. His 7th major league team. Made his debut with the Red Sox back in '95. Good record against the Rockies, 7-2 lifetime. Two and one. Falls behind 3-1, misses with a changeup. Double by Pacheco, single by Hilton, and the Rockies take the early lead.
No, he's commanding that fastball on the outside corner of the plate. Topping out about 86, 87 on that fastball.
2 outs. Runners will be off. Tulowitzki from second, Hilton at first. In the dirt, and the bases are loaded. A changeup. So a couple of walks, a single and a double, and Suppan in trouble here early.
And 25 pitches for the veteran right-hander. John Baker having a chat. Darren Balsley, the pitching coach, out to have a chat as well. The one pitch that I've seen that he's had the most consistency with is that fastball away.
Changeup has not been in the strike zone, and that's been the difference. He needs that to get these heavy hitters. Next up is Ramon Hernandez, the right-handed hitting catcher.
Now Ramon Hernandez likes the fastball, and there's a lot of fastball hitters in this Rockies lineup, and then they'll swing early. You might see something off speed the first pitch to Hernandez with the bases loaded here.
Young man with a bird's eye view. Oh my. Oh. Uncle Johnny Grant here.
Oh man.
The old twin fives in the brown and gold.
See if he can get Hernandez early here. First couple pitches. Get a weak grounder and go the short way to get out of this inning. Leave it at 1 run.
Outside target. And it's too far outside with the slider.
Yeah, there's that first pitch breaking ball.
Hernandez, a productive hitter. 4 home runs, 14 runs batted in.
This little two-seam fastball for a strike. Nice.
Hernandez sat out last night. He has a sore hand. Ooh, off the mask of Baker.
And Jeff Suppan got away with one. That was a hanging slider, and it rattles the cage of John Baker. Watch the mask of Baker. Wow.
Got that hockey goalie mask that stays in place a little better than the others.
Yeah.
It'll water your eyes. 1-2 the count. Trying to pitch out of those bases loaded jam in the first. Fly ball sliced into the right field corner. Venable has room and makes the catch. Going into foul territory. So Suppan gets out of it well enough. Only 1 run scores. Presents Padres Baseball, brought to you by AT&T, the largest 4G network. AT&T. Rethink possible. And by Petco, where the healthy pets go. Well, the Padres are saying the youth of the Colorado Rockies, the future, with pitchers all #1 draft picks last night, tonight, and again tomorrow afternoon. Here's the Padres lineup against Alex White, Venable, Maven, and Headley. Alonso bats cleanup tonight. Mark Kotze, another left-handed bat. Hudson will switch it around. Baker, left-handed hitter. So the only righties in there are Maven and Bartlett, and the pitcher is Suppan. San Diego County Toyota dealers presenting the starting lineup. Alex White, he's 23 years of age. Did his college pitching at the University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill. He's a native North Carolinian from Greenville. 6'3" and 215. Called up from Colorado Springs, where he was 1-3 in 5 starts. This is his 2012 debut as a starter. He did work 10 starts with Cleveland and Colorado last year. Came over in the Ubaldo Jimenez trade along with Drew Pomerantz.
The one thing that sticks out to me right out of the get-go is his number. He's wearing number 6. How many times do you see a pitcher wear a single digit like that?
That's right. When I looked through the media guide last night and prepping for it tonight, I said, is this an error, a typographical error? Maybe just something in the winter they gave to him. But here he is wearing an infielder's number.
You know, it almost looks like it's a blowout game, and you got the shortstop in there trying to, sew things up. Hey, just throw strikes, kid.
Venable leading it off. And he loops that one foul.
Well, he throws a fastball, a slider, cutter, and a split. Alex White tops out mid-90s. He can get it up there now.
Good athlete in high school. For 4 years he was the starting basketball point guard. Line to left, and that's a fair ball, digging its way down into the corner, and so is Venable racing to second. He'll take the turn. He's going to try for three. Here comes a throw to third. It won't be in time. Leadoff triple, Will Venable. Padres as a team must be leading the major leagues in triples.
Oh, 1-2 pitch. Boy, he takes an inside fastball and gets his hands through first and just slices and dices that ball into the corner. And he is off to the races. What a great feeling it's got to be for Will Venable, knowing that Gonzalez got a long run, doesn't break stride. The play is right in front of him. No help from Glenn Hoffman.
Gonzalez trying to play the bounce there, and it skidded away from him, and that play was right in the view of Venable. When he saw it get by him, he was taken off for third. The 11th triple of the season for the Padres.
Well, he didn't play that well, did he? He didn't go after that ball extra hard to try to hold him to a double.
Maben up, no one out. Tying run at third. Cameron has 3 triples. And Orlando Hudson leads the National League with 4. Venable. That's his first of this season. A ball and a strike to Cameron Maben, looking for his 10th RBI.
I'm a little pepper to the shortstop or second baseman.
2-1. They're playing back, conceding the run. They're deep at all positions.
Yeah.
In fact, third baseman Pacheco very deep. With the speed of Maben, not expecting him to drop down a bunt, but that would be a play as well. Ground ball right to Pacheco, and so having to hold his ground is Venable. Just in time at first to throw, and there's the ever reliable Todd Helton to glove it. One away. Defense for the Rockies. Gonzo Colvin in center field and Kadire in right. Pacheco, Tulowitzki, Scudero, Hilton on the infield. Hernandez behind the plate. Alex White on the mound. So 1 out, and it's up to Chase Headley now to try to get the run in, on and out. Third baseman Pacheco pulls in on the grass.
So one free chance for the Padres to get that run in. Now Jim Tracy's bringing the infield in.
Headley takes ball 1. Leading the team in home runs and RBIs, and has had his best luck with the bat against the Rockies. Check swing, but went around. High fastball.
Seems like White's got a pretty good idea what to do out there. If you take a look at Yonder Alonso on deck, you see why the Indians would give up Alex White in that Ubaldo Jimenez trade. He's got good stuff. Big kid, good frame.
So we see the 2 principals that came to Colorado for Jimenez. Drew Pomeranz last night and Alex White tonight. 2 number 1 draft picks. Fouled at the plate, 1 and 2, and then we'll see another number 1 pick, the Rockies first round draft choice of 2008, Christian Frederick. He too making his debut this season, major league debut, tomorrow afternoon. He's a left-hander. Tracy needs arms. So some of these youngsters coming up and getting an early chance to impress. 2-2 as he tried to nick that outside corner. Didn't get the call from Fairchild. He won a game last year at Petco. Alex White. And down goes Headley on a slider. Goodness. Leadoff triple by Venable, and Maben and Headley can't get him home.
Look at the tilt on this slider as White really gets up on top of it, gets that good rotation, and that's the idea. To the lefty, swing right over the top of it, down towards that back foot.
And Alex White doing some pitching. The breaking ball, Maven pulled to Pacheco to keep the ball in front of the runner at third. Well, he's 1 out away from leaving him stranded.
Headley striking out for the 31st time this year, more than any Padre, so it's up to Alonso, and the Padres aren't going to score a run on and out. One of those line drives to center that he produced last night, a couple of RBI singles. Alonso, who's hit safely 10 of the last 11 games at a .395 pace. And he lines this one to right field for a base hit. That's the way to come through in a money situation. Alonso drives in the tying run. Venable scores on a solid single to right.
Count 1-0. White tries to come on the inside corner of home plate, and Alonso, get those hands through. Fight it off. That's a liner to right. And an RBI for Alonso. That's good hitting right there. And he continues to swing the hot shillelagh.
Third RBI in the 2 games of the series thus far. Venable's triple pays off. It's 1-1. Kotsay steps in. Fouls at the plate. Mark hitting .276. Limited duty, but 6 RBIs, and they've all been important runs batted in, helping the Padres to some wins.
Yeah, there are hits, right, Dick? And then there are big hits. That's a big hit from Alonso, and Kotsay's been doing that this year.
Line drive, base hit to center field. That was a close line, gets away from the center fielder Colvin. Alonso doesn't have great speed, so he will not try to turn third and head for home as Kotsay skids his way into second. We'll see if that's a single in the air, but a solid shot to center field off the bat of the veteran Kotsay.
How many times this year has Mark Kotsay just crushed the fastball? Well, I would say about every time he gets a fastball, he does just that.
Error charge to Colvin. That allows Kotsay to get to second base.
Hey, it was a big, easy Sunday hop on a Tuesday night, and it got him right in the heel. That's a good old-fashioned boot.
You're cooking tonight. Got your calendar all straight? Quick, what's tomorrow?
Have to Wednesday.
Gotcha.
Prince Spaghetti Day.
So second and third for the Padres as they try to take the lead now. 3 hits in the inning, triple by Venable. RBI, 2 out. Base hit by Alonso, and now a solid single by Kotsay, setting it up for Orlando Hudson. Hitting .211 with 8 runs batted in. Hudson has a much better average hitting from the right side, .286, but more power from the left side, where he's batting .179. Alonso at third, Kotsay at second, and the count goes to 2-0. Dodgers and Giants underway up north. San Francisco takes an early 2-0 lead in the second against the NL West leaders, the Dodgers. Only winning team in the National League West, LA. Fouled, a split, 2-1.
It looks like Chad Fairchild got the most of that foul tip.
You could hear the groans coming from the box seat occupants.
Hey now. Plastic. Great invention.
Yeah, heavy duty protection there.
First piece of equipment my dad got me when I took the Little League field back in the day. Son, you're going to wear this.
They hadn't invented it when I played. Just put a couple of extra socks in there.
Hey, I don't like to see anybody hurt go through that. I mean, Chad Fairchild, a tough umpire, and he knows it goes with the business, right? So he's ready to go.
And that ache doesn't go away for a few innings. So 2 balls and a strike the count. 2 outs, 2 men in scoring position for Orlando Hudson. A tie game here in the first, 1-1. That one cuts inside. Fastball with a lot of movement. 3-1 to Hudson.
Dangerous count here.
High pop up. Shallow and right toward the line. A long run for Kadire, but he's there. And the Padres, like the Colorado Rockies, settled for only one with a chance for much more. Venables triple. Alonso single ties it at 1.
Like Supan, you have guys like Kotsay. We had it here with Trevor, later in his career with Maddox. Those things do have a tendency to be witnessed by younger pitchers. And younger pitchers are idiots if they don't watch that.
His remarks, the Geico quote of the night, referring to Jeff Supan. 54-year-old Bud Black. He's been to a few baseball rodeos. He knows veteran leadership and great admiration for what Supan did in beating Milwaukee a week ago. 1-1 in the second we go. And the first pitch to Tyler Colvin in for a strike. Good numbers for him as he's moved from the Cubs over to Denver. Changeup, curveball. It drops in for a strike. 0-2.
Mark Loretta, who's a great addition to the pre and post game show. Dick, we had a chance to talk with Mark this morning, and he made a great point about Jeff Supan being the veteran guy when he was watching him in spring training and in Tucson.
That's a tough play. Supan hustles to cover. The throw by Alonso is there in time. And just as we saw him cover against Milwaukee on a 3-6-1 double play, boy, as soon as that ball was rolled by him, Supan, with all his experience, he made that beeline to the bag.
Just like the game in Milwaukee, as you mentioned, Dick, as soon as that ball is struck, Supan is busting his tail over there. Look at him.
Trying to beat the young Colvin, and just in time.
But Mark Loretta was talking about, and just to dovetail off of what Buddy Black was talking about, the veteran leadership and younger players looking up to that. You betcha. That's priceless. You can't put a price on that, what Supan brings to the clubhouse and the young pitchers and the hard work that Supan goes through to try to maintain the big league level type of pitcher that he is.
Alex White has just had a few at bats. That's probably one hit. Drew Pomeranz last night shocked the Padres. Eddie Volquez as he homered deep to left field. That one was eventually measured at 395 feet. First major league homer by the young pitcher of the Rockies.
He put a good swing on that one,
didn't he?
So where are you going to avoid next time you pitch to that guy, right? Middle up, right? He turned on it. Keep the ball down and away.
2-0 to White. That's a strike. Pomeranz last night had the count at 3-1. Look at this cut.
Middle in, just above the belt buckle.
395. Chop to third. Headley has to hustle. Layla Rahimi, what do you have for us?
Hi, guys, and just a little bit more on Jeff Suppan. Before his win against the Milwaukee Brewers, his last one was in October of 2010 against who else? These Colorado Rockies. Slightly different team, of course, a couple years later, but Suppan did talk about the same things he talked about against Milwaukee, keeping the ball down, working quickly, and then he was able to do that last week with 2 key double plays, if you'll recall, hoping to do that again today. You guys know how important those were last week.
Yes, indeed, but he made the right pitch to induce that ground ball in the twin killing. Leadoff man Scudero takes it outside. He grounded to short his first. 1-1 here in the top of the second. Hope to see you out here tomorrow. Final game of this homestand. Anthony Bass will go for the Padres against the young Christian Friedrich. 1-1. And then the Padres an off day to travel on Thursday. Open a 3-game series in Philadelphia on Friday. And we'll see Worley, Halladay, and Hamels in the Philly weekend. Two and 1 to Scudero. Helton, about the same mustache beard combo as Suppan.
That's a good one right there.
He's had that for a long time. Ground ball by the mound. Second baseman Hudson squares and throws him out. Good dig by Alonso. 3 ground ball outs. 1-2-3 inning for Suppan. In the last of the second. A reminder, if you're hitting the road, fans, take Fox Sports San Diego's coverage of the Padres with you. Subscribe to MLB.TV and see every Padres out-of-market game live online and your favorite devices in HD quality. Visit Padres.com. Order, get more details. MLB.TV. Baseball everywhere all season long. Beautiful night in San Diego as we welcome you back. Bottom of the second. John Baker, Jason Bartlett, and Jeff Suppan to face young Alex White. Baker 2 for 22 in his limited duty. Takes ball 1. A career 271 hitter, but tough to get in the groove when you only play once, maybe twice a week.
One of the toughest jobs in all of Major League Baseball. But you know what, though? If you keep a great attitude, keep your mouth shut, do your work, you can have that position for about 15, 16 years, right?
That's right. And backup catches are invaluable, especially a left-handed hitter. 3-0. Baker, 31 years of age, went to that great high school football factory up in Concord, California, De La Salle. Then on to Cal Berkeley. A very bright guy.
Fun to talk to. Very animated, good sense of humor.
Well read. 3 balls and a strike. Ground ball up the middle. Scudero is able to smother it. Throw in time to get Baker. Fine play by Scudero.
Well, he hit it hard. He hit it on the sweet spot, but Scudero to his right makes a nice play, stealing a base hit into center field. And Baker, he does a fine job getting down the line. John Baker's not going to break any land speed records, but he gave it the old college try. Boy, from his knee, firing a strike. That's a big league play by Scudero.
Boy, he doesn't move like a 36-year-old, does he?
No, he doesn't.
Covers a lot of ground. Bartlett fouls this one back. Bartlett hitting just 144 as we start tonight. 141 actually. Loops that one foul away from Helton into the first row. So Bud Black hoping that he might get some offense from the number 7 and 8 hitters, Baker and Bartlett rather, who have not produced a lot. In fact, between them, they're hitting a collective 129. And down goes Bartlett. Second strikeout for White. Well, time now for the San Diego County Credit Union factoid of the game. How about this? Josh Hamilton tonight has become the 16th player in big league history. 4 homers in a single game and a double. 18 total bases for Josh Hamilton, tearing apart the Bull Yard tonight at Baltimore. What a night. 4 home runs and a double.
My goodness.
Take that, Ryan Braun. You think about it, the Padres home run leader is Headley for all season.
Yeah.
In fact, Padres haven't hit many home runs. They're last in the major leagues with 12, and Matt Kemp has 12.
Well, my count was 3 of them were to like center field, and then the one to left field, right? Using the whole field there. Hamilton. Well, you talk about power to all fields. He's incredible.
He's a man, huh? 1-2 to Suppan.
Great lineup down in Texas.
Ground ball to the left side. Pacheco across for the out. Easy inning for White, and after 2 innings, it's tied at 1. Between innings, we had a chance to visit with Bud Black, ask him about Yonder Alonso.
Swinging good, Dick, no doubt. We're seeing the line drive now. We're seeing it to all parts of the park. That was nice there. Picked us up. It's good to get that run in when we'll get that leadoff triple.
Buddy, talk about the veteran leadership that Jeff Suppan brings, not only to the staff, but to the club.
Well, on an everyday basis, Mud, he's talking to the guys. He's talking to Whelan. He's talking to Bass. He's talking to Lubke, Mikolas, Spence, you name it. I see him interacting with the guys in the clubhouse. And I know one thing, the things that are coming out of his mouth are good, believe me.
Suppan is expected, you'd like to get 5-6 innings. Who's going to back him up tonight?
Well, Dick, we'll see. We have an extra pitcher down there in Hinshaw. We got 3 lefties. We got some righties down there. So we'll look at that lineup, see what the matchups are. But if Jeff can get us into the 5th, his pitch count's a little high now. But hopefully he can smooth it out here and get a couple good innings, quick ones, and then we'll go from there.
All right, thanks to Buddy Black for taking time. Suppan's pitch count is up to 42. Here as we open the 3rd inning, Pacheco, the batter, doubled over the head of Maven in center field and scored what would have been the run. He was out on a force play, and he drives this one to left, and here comes Kotze to make the catch. He mentioned to Bud Black that Alex Hinshaw has been called up from Tucson. He's a left-hander. Played at San Diego State. You folks here might remember him with the Aztecs. And Blake Chicote has been sent back to Tucson, and it's just one of those moves you make in the middle of any month of any season where you need some healthy and arms that are have not been used, and that gives Buddy another lefty to bring into the game along with Joe Thatcher.
And you know what else I look at when you look at that transaction? It takes a special player to be a player like Blake Chicote to realize that, you know what, it might be the shuttle all year. It might be 4 or 5 times that I'm up and down. But you know what? Bottom line is when he comes up here, he's got Padres on his chest and he's in the big leagues.
Hinshaw, as we look at Suppan working on Carlos Gonzalez, the count 2-0. Hinshaw, a former Giant, came up a couple of years with the Giants, had a 2-1 record in 57 relief appearances. Was doing very well at Tucson. Pitched 19 in the 3rd inning, struck out 18, no home runs, and allowed a opposing batting average of only .206. Gonzalez walked on 4 pitches his first time. Tulowitzki on deck. Three and 1. Fastball up and in. Man, slider actually. At 83. Those high sliders don't break the way you want them to. Gonzalez on that changeup, ready to pinwheel his bat away and go to first base, but called back on the strike call from Fairchild.
You see what Suppan's doing, pitching backwards. Hey, nice salad right there. Love the fro. That's awesome. What in the Oscar Gamble is going on there?
You ought to get one of those.
Pitching backwards, 3-1 changeup to go 3-2.
Pulled to first. Oh, Alonso almost handcuffed, able to flip it for the out to the pitcher Suppan. That ball was drilled.
Well, it all started to Cargo with a breaky ball missing big time. Just missed with the slide. You can see in. Then he's trying to peck away here. So Suppan has to do just that. In and out, in and out, in and out. That was the big pitch there, the changeup. Then he went back to a little cutter. So when you look at the Fox pitch tracks, he stayed out of the middle quadrant of the plate. He was in and out, in and out, in and out. Just, hey, when hitters, they start guessing. Sure, he hit that ball well, but Alonso was positioned perfectly.
All 3 strikes were on the border of the strike zone.
Yep.
That one just misses outside to Tulowitzki.
Yeah, we're going to have to keep an eye on Tulowitzki. Remember earlier in the year, he had a hip flexor injury. And last time he ran down to first base and he really extended, he kind of came up gingerly. So we'll have to keep an eye on that.
off the fist. A roller behind second. That's going to be a base hit as Bartlett had a long way to go to get to it. Wasn't hit hard at all. Almost off the end of the bat. Was cueing, spinning its way out to second base. Infield knock for Tulowitzki. Speaking of injuries to shortstops, how about Milwaukee? They get hit again. Alex Gonzalez out for the year with a knee injury.
That's
their
tough.
shortstop.
Yep. Well, this week has been a bad week for season-ending injuries, huh? Jason Worth, Alex Gonzalez, Pablo Sandoval. Well, I'm not saying Sandoval's out for the year, but he's going to be out for quite a while.
Worth will be back in a couple months.
Yeah,
maybe. Helton knocked in the run in the first inning, his 21st RBI. You think about the difference in these two lineups in terms of producing runs. The Rockies have 6 men in the lineup in double figures in RBIs. The Padres have 1, Chase Headley. So you go through the order, every one of these hitters can put a hurt on an opposing pitcher. Hilton's RBI single to the opposite field. A man and his dog.
You know, man's best friend could be a hot dog as well, right?
Sure.
Life is good. Oh, cuteness. Absolutely. Love that.
How come you never say cuteness? You could have drawn the circle around the dad.
I like the hairstyle.
1 ball, 1 strike to Helton. Changeup sinking low and away, and it's 2 balls and a strike.
Perfect example of Suppan trying to have the hitters hit his pitch. You know, you're not going to see anything straight here. 2-1. Helton, one of the better hitters in the game.
Way foul, a blistering line drive that fortunately goes off the railing in the aisleway that divides the lower box seats from the upper in that lower tier.
Strike 2. Out in front of a little cutter or slider. Well, Helton's one of the best at getting his hands through, you know, getting that fat part of the bat on the baseball, in on the plate and off the plate as well.
Full count. That'll send Tulowitzki off from first.
Yeah, and the pitch count continues to climb, as Buddy Black mentioned earlier. Next toss will be number 57 for Suppan.
One, two, three. Ground ball to Alonso. He can get there himself. Innings over. Middle of the third, tied at 1 at Petco. Just joining us, Todd Hilton, a line drive single to left field, scored Cargo Gonzalez for the first run of the game, first inning off Suppan. Then Venable led off the bottom of the first with a triple into the left field corner, and with 2 outs, Yonder Alonso delivers a single to right field to tie it up at 1. A matchup of the veteran Jeff Suppan for the Padres at age 37 against young 23-year-old Alex White, whose mom was taking him to the first grade back in 1993 when Jeff Suppan signed a professional contract to play this game.
That's amazing, isn't it?
Will Venable went the opposite field for his triple, first of the season. Mark Sweeney's down in the Padre dugout area and got his eye on this young right-hander Alex White. What do you see?
Well, you know what, when he's down, you have that sinking action, but when he's elevated, it really flattens out. You can see that action when he's down.
There's the sinker on the slider. 1-2 to Venable.
You know, Dick, talking to some of the people with the Colorado Rockies organization, they said he made some great strides this offseason, making adjustments, trying to get on top of the baseball. We talk about that with Clayton Richard. Getting on top of the baseball with a sinker is very important.
There's that sinker, and Venable chases it. Put out 2-3 at first base. Third strikeout for Alex White.
He's got a great frame, good arm action, big high leg kick, and he gets that downward plane. 6'3", 215 coming right at you.
Reminds me a bit of his motion of Chad Billingsley of the Dodgers.
He's got a big frame as well. And Alex White is going to be one of those pitchers through time that's, he's going to give you 200 innings.
One out to Cameron Maben, grounded third base his first at bat. Well, congratulations to San Diego's own Phil Mickelson, the 4th from this great city to be inducted into the World Golf Hall of Fame. Joining Mickey Wright, Billy Casper, and Gene Littler. The ceremonies last night down in St. Augustine, Florida. You know, Phil very open and saying, hey, I got too much game left to be going into a Hall of Fame. That usually means you're about to retire.
Right. Yeah, congratulations to Phil. That's awesome.
He's a good fan. When he gets back home, we've got to find a way to get him out and throw the first pitch.
That'd
and come
great.
Up and visit us in the booth.
Give me some lessons. Right? I'm sick and tired of spending time in the woods and on the beach.
Probably would help if you bought a set of clubs.
TaylorMade, you out there?
2-2 the count. Well, one of the high compliments for Mickelson last night, the commissioner of golf, Tim Fincham. 3-2 now to Maben. Fincham, in honoring Mickelson, talked about his charisma and his contribution to the game in the same breath as Arnold Palmer.
Wow.
How high praise is that?
Yes.
That ball hit well to center field. Giving ground is Colvin, but the heavy air knocks that one down far short of the warning path. Well, you can get your Padres rally towel, folks, presented by TaylorMade. That'll be a week from Saturday, May 19th. The Padres and the Angels, a 7:05 game. Rally towel and other great Padres giveaways with the Padres giveaway mini plan. Also enjoy great savings, a Padres cap, behind the scenes tour by purchasing Padres giveaway mini plan. Headley hits it to the opposite field. Drifting back is Gonzalez. And it's a quick 1-2-3 inning. We'll give you more on that Padres giveaway mini plan when we return. one here at Petco. And just to finish up on the Padres giveaway mini plan, call up the Padres at 619-795-5555 and ask about how you can get tickets for that mini plan, because a lot come with it. The Padres camp, the behind the scenes tour, and more. And join us in the next homestand, a brief one, a couple of games with the Dodgers, and then a weekend series with the Angels. Top of the fourth, Michael Kadire, then Hernandez the catcher, and Colvin hitting eighth to face Jeff Suppan. Each team with a run and 3 hits. And the pitch count continues to rise for Suppan, and Bud Black hoping he can get 5 or 6 innings out of this veteran right-hander.
Howdy, Tex.
That's a good looking.
That is a good looking lid, isn't it?
Makes you look like it. Able
Lovely
to jump
moment,
on a
isn't
horse.
it, ma'am?
Oh, break into song. Oh, what a beautiful morning. Now it's 60, Suppan. They wrote that for Oklahoma, but it could apply to San Diego.
Oh, yeah.
Right. Fastball in the right spot by Suppan. He has to be letter perfect on the corners.
Yeah, I don't think he's throwing a ball actually down the middle of the plate. He's so good at trying to hit the corners in and out. There's a curveball that looked like it was hung a little bit, but way out in front of it. Hey, there's a Michigan Spartans fan right there, Dick. Huh?
That's right.
Hanging breaking ball out in front of it a little bit too much.
Yeah, that's the Spartan logo. Now I don't know if that's a Michigan State or some local team that might be using that moniker. You know, a big prize is going to go to our TV truck at Fox Sports San Diego when they find a Central Michigan cap. Huh?
Chippewas.
Oh, yeah. They're rare. You know, they're very expensive because
really,
they're so rare.
Such a hot item.
Maroon and gold. Fighting chips.
I love that.
2-2. Another foul by Kadire.
Dick, I think the only one that's going to wear that is Max in the truck.
That's right. Max and Enberg. We got a doubles team going. They've had a good baseball program all through the years at Central Michigan. The problem is the weather. You just don't get decent weather till about now. Saw fly ball back of second where Hudson is perched for the out.
I wanted to comment on that last pitch. Suppan going in and out and in, and finally wins the war here. Look at this pitch. Two-seamer in, and Kadire, that pitch is way in. Kadire cannot get his hands through. And Mark Sweeney, I just made the comment, I don't think Suppan is throwing a fastball down the heart of the plate. He is so good at hitting the corners.
Yeah, and you also call him, you can call him a nibbler because he does. He tries to nibble on the corners. It frustrates you. But that's what he's trying to do. He wants to keep it out of the heart of the plate and also mix speeds. That's what he does the best.
Hernandez fouled out to Venable in right field his first time, and he takes a curveball for a strike. One out, bases empty, 4th inning. Each team with a run in the opening frame. Low with a changeup, 1-1. Now we get a chance. The big story around baseball, headline story, USA Today and other papers, and columnists writing about the Hamels-Harper confrontation, Philadelphia and the Nationals. And of course, we're going to see both teams on the upcoming road trip. Swing and a miss, 1-2.
Who's that?
And here is the incident. Hamels, watch this pitch right in the back of young Harper, and then admitted he tried to hit him. I mean, this is so unlikely. When have you ever heard Drysdale or Ryan or Gibson say, yeah, I tried to hit the guy? Yeah. They say either he didn't get out of the way or slipped out of my hand. Or
especially nowadays, you can't say that. And of course, Hamels now being suspended.
But Bryce Harper, the youngest player in the major leagues at 19, a pretty cocky young kid, a lot of moxie, and he handled it terrifically. Count 2-2.
Mark Sweeney, you surprised that Hamels came out and said something?
Yeah, I mean, when you you're doing that. You know, I don't have a problem with it if you feel a certain way, but you don't say that after the game. I mean, that's up to him, and that's a choice. Obviously, he wasn't protecting any of his teammates. That's the problem I have.
2-2 Hernandez, and in the dirt 3-2. The rest of the story is Harper didn't stare out at Hamels. He knew what he was getting. Jogged to first base, moved to third on a hit by Jason Worth, and then with Worth at first base, when Hamels tossed over to hold him close, Harper steals home. Now that's the way to answer the whole situation. So looking forward to seeing young Harper. Washington ripped right at third baseman Headley. Line out for the second out here in the fourth inning. So Hamels has been suspended by the commissioner for 5 games, and that means he'll pitch against the Padres on Sunday. That'll be a 10 o'clock start for Padres Live from Philadelphia. So a half-hour show on the road, so it'll be 10:30 to start. That ball hit well to right center, and trying to close in on it, not in time, is Venable, as the ball dies in right center off the bat of Colvin. Boy, the ball not carrying it all tonight. 2-out single for the center fielder, brings up the pitcher White.
That ball looked like it was going to take off into the gap, and then all of a sudden, pull the old parachute like on the dragsters, the quarter mile, hits that force field out there. See a lot of that.
Yeah, guys, looked like he was a little out front. Didn't really have a good sound off the bat. Sounded like it actually hit off the end of the bat.
So he places it in right center for a base hit. Fourth hit off Suppan. In the dirt and blocked by Baker. Slider.
When you first said that there was a scuttlebutt between Hamels and Harper, I thought we were talking Dorothy and Valerie. Dorothy Hamels and Valerie Harper. But
yeah, young Harper, he's getting a lot of attention, and apparently at 19 he belongs as a hitter in the big leagues, from what you hear. That he's the real deal.
Yeah.
Taking base hits away with terrific defensive play.
Did you see that double he hit later on? A little duck snort to left field, just a little floater over the shortstop's head. Busted it out of the box and ended up sliding into second base for a double. Unbelievable hustle by Harper.
Well, he hit twice more against Hamels and had a single and a double. Had stolen home.
Yep.
Fouled at the plate, and the count is 1-2 on White. And then the general manager of the Nationals, Mike Rizzo, called Hamels fake tough, and the incident classless and gutless, in an interview with the Washington Post. And apparently the commissioner didn't take kindly to those words, and Rizzo got a letter from the commissioner's office and might have a few dollars taken out of his wallet. Fly ball right field. Venable started in, now has to edge back, and the inning's over. Suppan threw 4 in a 1-all tie. Metal Supply Company triple deck. And time now for our AT&T trivia question tonight. Can you name the future Hall of Famer? He was not in the Hall of Fame at that time, who tossed a perfecto on this exact date in 1968. Perfect game. Now I've got another little piece of trivia. This is really trivia. If I ask you who was the first black manager in the major leagues, you'd say
Frank Robinson.
Absolutely.
Cleveland Indians.
1975. Technically, it wasn't Robinson as the first black manager. On this day in 1973, Whitey Lockman and the Cubs were playing the Padres. Lockman got thrown out of the game, and for the final innings of the game, the manager was Ernie Banks.
Oh, really?
So technically, Ernie Banks was the first black manager in baseball.
Let's play two. Well, Ernie Banks was my favorite player growing up as a kid.
Well, many people would have said that around Chicago and the country. He just, what a delightful, even to his last at bat. Just loved this game, the passion for this game. Isn't that a nice piece of trivia?
That's great.
Got to win a libation with that when we get to Chicago.
Yeah, there you go.
Hubba hubba.
I'll buy you an old style.
I think I'd rather go for the younger stuff. Ground ball, broken bat to shortstop off Alonso. Still has half of the handle in his right hand as he runs to first base. Man, that one exploded.
Off the end of the bat. Wow.
Well, the man out in center field, and that's to bring back memories to him. Ty Colvin, remember, he was at third base on a shattered bat, and that's right, speared him right in the chest.
Yeah, when he was a member of the Chicago Cubs in Florida, playing against the Marlins.
Took him out of the game for a couple of months. Could have been dire. I mean, it really did get through the entire rib cage. Kotsay single to center his first time. Mr. Alex White has mowed down 8 straight Padres since Kotsay's single in the first when the Padres scored their run. Venables triple, RBI single Alonso, and then Kotsay singled, and he's got another one. That one into left center. Colvin chases it down, and Mark Kotsay's 2 for 2.
Hey, Mark Sweeney, that's your guy tonight. Oh, my bad. That's my guy tonight.
Of course. I knew you would throw that out there.
Is that who you picked tonight?
I did.
And I picked the guy that had the triple and the run. Sorry about it.
Oh, okay. But Mark Kotsay, man, he always talks about hitting the fastball, not getting cheated on the fastball. Mark Sweeney, he talked about that quite a bit as well, and he makes good, solid contact up the center of the diamond.
Yeah, did a nice job looking for that ball elevated. When it's elevated, it flattens out.
Orlando Hudson up with the bases loaded in the first inning, but flied out to shallow right.
Oh, that's a pretty swing.
He's had it since his collegiate days, hasn't he?
Hey, don't forget, Mark Kotsay was the closer at Cal State Fullerton. He could do it on the mound as well.
All-America with the Titans. And the count goes to 2-1. The action pitch. Orlando Hudson here in the 4th inning. 1 run, 4 hits, no errors for the Padres. 1 run, 4 hits, 1 error for the visitors. Ground ball, just foul. Pelton just waves at that as if to say, hey, if it was over the bag, you know I would have snared it. Made a couple of plays last night, remindful of Adrian Gonzalez and how he would save the infielders with terrific picks and pitchers. Two balls, 2 strikes to Hudson. There goes the runner. Ground ball to Tulowitzki, and Hudson is gone. Kotze got a terrific break. White was not paying any attention to him. Says hello to Tulo.
As soon as that leg was lifted, Mark Kotze off and running, staying out of the double play.
2 outs. Tied breaker in scoring position here with Kotze. Rooting for John Baker to bring him home. Baker hit it hard the first time, but Scutaro made a scoot move to his right, skidded on the grass, able to throw him out. Baker, 1 RBI. Came to the Padres from the Marlins, the offseason trade for left-hander Wade LeBlanc. That looked pretty good. Edinson Volquez, Padre winner last night. ERA at 2.98. One of the leaders in the National League in strikeouts, but leading all National League pitchers in walks. And when he cuts those down, he's going to be double tough. And he's been most impressive. Finally, with that first win. Suppan has gone through 4 innings, allowing just 1 run. So 9 innings of work. Just 1 run allowed by Suppan. High fly ball, right center. Dyer and Colvin. Center fielder Colvin calls for it. Padres gone in the 4th. On to the 5th, tied at 1. Presents Padres Baseball, brought to you by Sequan Casino. Get away for the day at the all-new Sequan Casino, San Diego's destination for casino gaming and excitement. By Chase. Deposit checks from your smartphone with Chase Quick Deposit. Take a step forward and chase what matters. And by your San Diego County Lexus dealer. With Mark Grant, Dick Enberg, welcome back to Petco Park in our Fox Sports San Diego broadcast booth. Top of the 5th inning. Jeff Suppan to face the leadoff man Scutaro, and then Pacheco and Gonzalez here in the 5th. A 1-1 tie. Scutaro 6-3 and 4-3, a couple of ground outs. Takes ball 1. Well, congratulations to Sandy Sibley of Pacific Beach. She won the MLB Going to Bat contest as the honorary Batgirl program for San Diego. The fight against breast cancer.
Oh, good for her.
She'll be honored when the Padres come back from the next road trip. Well done, Sandy Sibley. Slider for a strike.
Well, Supan's done a nice job in the leadoff spot here with Scutaro. 2 ground balls, keeping him off base.
This is his 413th big league start. Suppan, 4th most among active pitchers. Product of the San Fernando Valley, Encino, California. Another foul hammered into first row, second deck, and a fine catch made by a fan leaning over the railing.
Yeah, that boy. Good job there, Haas. That's awesome.
And wearing the proper cap to boot.
That's why you bring your glove to the yard.
Oh, that was a 55-footer. Curveball. Just always worries me that barrier isn't that high, and when a fan reaches over that far to make a catch,
yeah, let the ball come to you, right?
Yeah, that'd be foolish. We all know some of the tragic accidents that have occurred. Go over the top. That's in there for a strike. First strikeout of the night for Jeff Suppan as he gets Scutaro looking. Time for our Sequan Casino Daycation highlight of the game, and the first strikeout will do the job for Jeff Suppan.
Yeah, it was a comeback 2 sinker on the outside corner to Scutaro. He's had great location on that fastball down and away to the righties.
Brings up Pacheco, who doubled off the glove of Maben in center field, a line drive in the first inning that eventually became the run. On the outside corner again, as Pacheco looks at a ball just above the knees and on the edge. Chop to second. Easy play for Hudson. 2 away.
Hey, Mark Sweeney, when you were first up in the big leagues, who did you look up to as far as veteran leadership?
Well, I came up with the St. Louis Cardinals, and I was fortunate to really have, the Dennis Eckersley, Mike Gallego, Todd Stottlemyre. It was pitching and players. Gary Gaetti was on that team. So many guys that we could turn to and lean on. Ozzie Smith,
That's
Brian Jordan.
Yeah.
I mean, it was ideal to be a rookie to enjoy that and learn from on a nightly basis.
Here's Gonzalez. Cargo walked and scored in the first. Hard ground ball out to Alonso in the third. 86 pitches now for Suppan. Bases empty. 2 outs here in the 5th.
And as Buddy Black said earlier during the game, Jeff Suppan is that guy now that young players can look up to. Hey, there's an Aztec warming up in the bullpen, Dick.
Alex Henshaw, like his manager, a left-hander that played at San Diego State. Just called up today. Micah Owings has gone on the 60-day disabled list. And Blake Tricoti back to Tucson to make room for Alex Henshaw. 3-0 now to Gonzalez as Suppan working very delicately to this power hitter with Tulowitzki on deck.
Changeup. Look at that 3-0 changeup. Yes, that's called pitching, folks. He's not going to get a fastball, right? No soup for you. Look at that, another combo, 3-1. You throw him another one here, Professor? Hey, he threw it 3-0. Throw it 3-1 to go to 3-2. Mark Sweeney, what are you betting on right here?
Fastball up.
Make him chase, huh? All right, I'm guessing slider down and in. Professor?
I'm going to go with your original thought, a third changeup.
Okay.
pulled to first. Alonso has the second hop and to the bag for the out. A 1-through-3 inning. What was that?
You won the prize, Professor. It was a changeup.
Gosh, I can't win them all. And time now for our answer to our AT&T trivia question tonight. Did you know the name of the pitcher who went on to the Hall of Fame, worked a perfect game on this date, 1968? Oakland A's Catfish Hunter against the Minnesota Twins. 27 up, 27 down.
21 perfect games in Major League history. My goodness, to be part of history like that.
What a staff that Oakland A's group. White or blue. Catfish Hunter.
Wasn't Kenny Holtzman on that?
Yeah, he came late.
Later,
yeah,
was it later?
The Cubs, yeah.
Yeah, that's right. He was in the mid-70s. He was on those teams that won the World Series, right?
We just had Bando at third, Campaneris at short. Reggie Jackson in the outfield. Gene Tennis behind the plate. Suppan apparently has worked the 5 innings and worked them well. 1 run and 4 hits. The veteran. Suppan scheduled to hit next. Bartlett struck out his first time.
Looked like Miles Michaelis was heating up in the Padre bullpen.
Suppan still in the on-deck circle, so we'll see what Bud Black decides. Out goes 2-2 on Bartlett.
You know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking if Bartlett gets on, you have Suppan bunt him over, right? And just a guess.
That way you don't waste a pinch hitter.
Right.
You may still be taking him out of the game, but you.
Looks like Clayton Richards grabbing a helmet.
And a full count to Bartlett. Young White has not walked a man.
He shook off about 3 pitches, and I saw him shake off breaking ball and changeup. Fastball in right here.
Good cut by Bartlett.
You know, Mark and Dick, you talk about, you know, Suppan being on deck. I mean, they're short on the bench, so you have to be in a situation where it's only the 5th inning. You got to have people at the end of the game. That's probably why Suppan has a bat.
Yeah, you've got that extra arm in the bullpen. Blake T-Cody sent down. Good point, Marco. A nice tie.
Thank you.
Inside ball 4. Leadoff man is on. The first walk of the game by Alex White. Well, that's a good start for the Padres, and Suppan now will come up with a sacrifice in order. He's been in this situation hundreds of times. Jim Tracy in the third base dugout looking on. White, the youngster, now with 66 pitches. And there, look at that bunt. Nice. Look at that bunt. Can't do it any better than that. White to the second baseman Scutaro for the putout, and Suppan gets a hand as he comes back to the dugout.
That's a good feeling as a pitcher, you know, getting a victory or getting a save. You get that sacrifice bunt down, you're helping your own cause, trying to break the 1-1 tie. Perfectly placed. And congratulations all the way around for Jeff Suppan.
So he gives him a chance to move that runner into scoring position. The Padres can get something out of Venable and Maven. Suppan's got a chance to win another game.
Yeah.
With his catcher Baker. Another good outing by the 37-year-old. Would you say that Suppan spooned a lot of good pitches tonight?
I like that.
Ladled them.
That's a good way of putting it.
Here and there, up and down, corner to corner.
Once again, he left it all out there. And once again, like Volquez last night, really didn't have his best stuff as far as location, but he battled, right? The first inning kind of struggled a little bit.
Venable, a triple and a strikeout. That one down the left field line. If it's fair, it's trouble. It is a fair ball into the corner. Bartlett scores. Venable thought about going for another triple and pulls up after making a sharp turn at second, and the Padres are in front 2-1.
You know what I've just noticed? I don't think I've ever seen a left fielder go more nonchalantly after a ball in the corner than the two balls hit in the corner tonight. The first one that Cargo went after, I thought it was a bad. Look at this. He's pulling up, just nonchalantly going after it.
You know, it's almost as if he was trying to bait. You know, Gonzalez is often one of the leaders, if not leading outfielder in assists. Almost like he wanted to bait Venable and trying for 3 and then gun him down. Ground ball, off the shins of the pitcher White, and out at first base is Maven. That ball was headed for center field, and that's 2 nights in a row. Young pitchers have been hit by screaming line drives back through the box. Last night it was Drew Pomerantz taking one on the thigh from Edinson Volquez, and eventually cost him the game. He had to come out after 3 innings, and now it's White unable to get out of the way of that low skidding line drive off the bat of Maven. Venable moving to third on the putout. And tough luck for White being hit, and for Maven that had base hit written all over it.
High slider. Ooh, look off the right side. Looks
right
like
ankle.
Yeah.
And it caroms right to Todd Helton, who can take it to the bag for the out. Here's last night. Volquez and his shot back through the box hits Pomerantz. The upper thigh. Pomerantz stayed in the game for an inning, but then had to come out.
Yeah, more meat up on that thigh area than down by the ankle. That's got to hurt. And once again, you start messing with mechanics, and you start messing with deliveries and push off, landing feet. And the last thing that Bob Apodaca and Jim Tracy want is to have Alex White alter his delivery. And that's what could lead to arm problems.
And for you fans that did not come to the game last night nor saw it here on Fox Sports San Diego, Pomerantz, after being struck in that thigh, then the next inning he threw a curveball that bounced away, and the Padres got a second run as Hudson was at third base, scored on the wild pitch, a key play in the game. Now who knows, but perhaps the pain or the tightening of that thigh after being struck could have factored in. White going to test that ankle with a couple of pitches as he's closely observed by manager Tracy. So 2 outs, a run in here in the 5th inning. The Padres have claimed the lead 2-1 and have Venable over at third base. Chase Headley chance to add to the lead.
So it was his push off foot, push off ankle that the ball struck him. As we take another look, follow through, right leg comes through, one hopper, right ankle.
Yeah, almost instinctive to try to get in the way of it, and he certainly did, but took the full force of that well struck ball. He stays in, 2 outs, man at third. Headley a chance to pick up his 17th RBI of the season. Chase has struck out and fly to left tonight with Alonso on deck. In for a strike. 93 on the fastball, so ankle didn't bother him on that delivery. Jeff Suppan, what a wonderful story this past week. 1 ball, 1 strike. Splitter. Misses low. Venable ready to cruise home should Headley knock one into the outfield.
Add on a little 2-out thunder here, huh?
Split again, 1-2. Well, the leadoff walk, the first base on balls allowed by White in the entire game, has come around to bite him. There it is again. Thanks to Venable's double to left. Two balls and 2 strikes. Alex White, North Carolina Tar Heel. 2-2 to the former Tennessee star, Chase Headley. Strike 3 called on the inside corner, and Headley has gone for the 2nd time tonight. But thanks to the leadoff walk, Will Venable going the opposite field. He has a triple down in that left field corner, and now an RBI double as the Padres are up 2-1. The 37-year-old veteran Jeff Suppan allows only 1 run 4 hits, hustles to first and covers there. Scattered the outs, and Venable squeezes one in right field, 1 strikeout. And the big play in this last inning stays in to sacrifice that move Bartlett into scoring position, where he was able to come home on the double by Venable. So he did it all tonight, and he's the pitcher of record as he leads after 5 complete. In 1 week's time, Jeff Suppan, who actually was struggling in terms of his numbers at Tucson, coming up to the big leagues where he belongs, and his passion for pitching showing. Didn't allow a run against Milwaukee and picking up the win. Allows only 1 tonight, so 10 innings, 1 run allowed.
And he didn't have his best stuff early on as far as location. The fastball was there, but his off-speed stuff kind of was on the wayside there, and he really made an adjustment to pitch a solid 5 innings. Now it's up to the bullpen again. Hold that lead. They've got a 1-run lead as we go to the top of the 6th.
Miles Michaelis comes into work, big right-hander, and faces Tulowitzki, Helton, and Kadire. 3 top professional hitters facing this young 23-year-old from Jupiter, Florida. 6'5" and 220. 2-0. He's got a big curveball, doesn't he?
12-6, yep. Said he learned it in high school. The 4-seam fastball and the curveball.
Can't find the strike zone. 3 pitches all in the same spot, up and in. Just his 4th professional year, Michaelis. And is wide outside. A 4-pitch walk, and leadoff man is on with a walk. That was the formula that got the Padres the lead in the last of the 5th. As the bullpen for San Diego, just year after year after year, has been outstanding. 2.04 batting average again, 2nd best in the league. 2.83 ERA. 30 strikeouts as well.
That's pounding the zone and making good quality pitches, hit your spots, commanding the fastball. Good job, well done.
Michaelis loses Tulowitzki on 4 pitches, and here's Helton, RBI single in the 1st, and a ground out to first. There's a strike. 92 on the fastball. What's the book on Michaelis?
Good fastball, good curveball, good athlete for his size.
Line drive,
nice.
Double play. The Atom ball, that'll work too. Helton, a line shot right to the glove of Alonso for an unassisted double play.
That's a good old-fashioned hang with him. Helton, yeah, he'll scald the ball with the best of them. He'll go the other way. He'll pull the baseball. You know, even if Tulowitzki holds his ground there, there's no way he's getting back to first base.
Alonso almost turning his ankle on the corner of the bag. There's a line drive up the middle, base hit for Kadire. So that line drive double play plays very importantly now here in the 6th inning. Kadire's first hit. 5 hits aside. Padres lead 2-1. Ramon Hernandez fouled to the right fielder Venable, and he lined out to third baseman Headley last time. Kadire has a couple of steals. Slings that fastball at 93.
Hey, down in front. There's that curveball.
2-0. Tyler Colvin on deck. And Darren Balsley sees something that he wants corrected as he goes out to talk to Michaelis. So with the injuries, the starting rotation and the bullpen, Houston Street, Padres have gone to the youth movement. We'll see another tomorrow. Anthony Bass, the 24-year-old who has pitched so very well, although he has just 1 win.
Opportunity's knocking, isn't it? So that visit from Darren Balsley allows Bud Black to get on the phone and have some action up in that bullpen.
Bass, while he's 1-3 on the season, his batting average against is 10th best in the league. 198 hitters against Bass. Tomorrow our Padre Live show at 11:30. Game time 12:30. It's an early game, not one of the usual 3:30 contests at midweek. 2-0.
You know, if I could just get on my soapbox real quickly, I love the 12:35 starts on a weekday.
Well, especially in the summer when school is out, a little tough for to get the fans out until the schools close. It's perfect time at midsummer. 3-0, and Michaelis control problems here. He walked the leadoff man Tulowitzki on 4 pitches. Was fortunate that Helton's line drive found the glove of Alonso, turned it into a double play. Kadire has lined a single to center, so Chase Headley coming in to talk to the young right-hander and say, come on now.
And Joe Thatcher's up in the bullpen for the Padres, so second time he's had a visit. One from Balsley, now from Headley.
Thatcher, it was the key moment in the game last night when he came in to pitch to Carlos Gonzalez. Or check that, Todd Helton. There's a strike. At the time, the Padres lead was down to 3-2. There were 2 on and 1 out. And they beckoned Thatcher from the bullpen. He struck out Helton. And Brock came in to strike out Kadire. And the Padres went on to win 3-2. Runner goes, fouled at the plate. So they sent Kadire on the 3-1. He'll be going again. 3-2, 2 outs here in the 6th.
A good located fastball right here, down and away.
Ramon Hernandez, a couple of years as a Padre. And a foul at the plate.
That's where he wanted to throw it.
Hernandez, San Diego Padre in 2004, 2005. Had a couple of good hitting years, 276 and 290. Left-hander Matt Reynolds getting ready for Colorado. That'll be out of play. Well, fans, this year you can save when you buy early. That's that simple. San Diego Padre tickets are less expensive when you apply for them early. It depends on the game you want to attend and when you buy, but basically early is best. Check Padres.com for current ticket prices and be sure to buy early and save even more. Most reasonable ticket in all of baseball to begin with. Just off the outside corner, and Hernandez had given up on the pitch.
That was a good call by home plate umpire Chad Fairchild. That ball was off.
So Michaelis 2 walks and 2 line drives, and Bud Black is going to go out and bring in the veteran Thatcher. So young man struggled here in the 6th inning. Padres trying to protect that 2-1 lead, but 2 on with 2 out, and with the left-handed batter Colvin expected to hit, he's going to bring in Thatcher, but I believe Jim Tracy's going to counter with a pinch hitter of his own and go to a right-handed hitter. We'll see. For the Farmers Insurance Report Card. Padres leading 2-1, 2 on 2 out for the Rockies in the 6th. Longest active road series win streaks. The Padres have won 11 consecutive series at Pittsburgh. The Rockies have won their last 6 series against the Padres at Petco Park. And so San Diego trying to win tonight and stop that streak after their victory 3-2 last night. So Colvin will bat for himself, with Chris Nelson, a right-handed hitter, in the on-deck circle, presumably to hit for the pitcher White. Tying run at second base, Kadire. Hernandez at first base with a walk. Line into the second tier. Colvin a single in 2 trips. I'm surprised here that Jim Tracy didn't go to a right-hander for Colvin, but of course then you've taken 2 players out of the game.
You've got Herrera and Fowler switch hitters. You've got Rosario, the backup catcher, and Nelson, who you mentioned is on deck.
And a little more study, and we understand why Colvin's up there. 0-2 against left-handed pitching this year. Colvin is 5 for 9. A lusty .556. There's Nelson on deck.
Yeah, but he's facing Joe Thatcher, who is our pregame guest.
That's right, and a very good one
and
indeed.
Good things happen.
2 strikes the count, 2 out, 2 on. 2-1 Padres. Try to get him to chase the fastball outside.
You know, we've seen Joe at the big league level with the Padres for 3 years now, roughly. And you have a tendency to forget the great story that Joe was pitching independent ball back in 04 and 05. What a great story, and you couldn't be happier for Joe. Great kid.
Way outside, 2-2. Kokomo Kid. For the River City Rascals in the Independent Frontier League. Got him on a foul tip, strike 3. Thatcher does it again. And he leaves the tying and go ahead run aboard as the Padres hang on to this 2-1 lead. Back to the Ty Colvin at bat.
Hey, once again, lefty on lefty. Last night it was Helton. You can see Thatcher trying to peck away at the outside corner. There's the sweeping breaking ball. He lays off. And then the foul tip, hold on by Baker. Once again, Joe Thatcher coming to the yard tonight, knowing that he only might have to face one hitter. and he does a great job to keep that 2-1 lead intact for San Diego as we go into the bottom of the 6th.
Deja vu. It's exactly what he did last night in a key situation to take Todd Helton out on strikes. So Thatcher keeps the Padres in front despite a shaky inning by young Miles Michaelis. Alex White will stay in the game. Probably his last inning. He's scheduled to lead off in the top of the 7th. 2-1 Padres. Alonso takes ball 1. Yonder with 2 outs in the first, and Venable still at third after a leadoff triple. Single to right to drive in Venable. He grounded to short his last time off a splintered bat. 2-0. Here's that first inning line single to right that brought Venable home after Maven and Headley unable to get Venable in after the leadoff triple. So with 2 outs, Alonso delivered. Ground ball right side. Scudero with the flip, and there's 1 away. Layla Rahimi, what's going on?
Well, just a note after Thatcher's excellent outing against Colvin. High fives all around in the dugout, and the first thing Buddy Black says to his hitters is, let's go get some insurance. So he wants a few more runs.
All right. That would be applauded by most everyone here in this ball yard. I know you like that insurance.
Insurance.
Kotze is 2 for 2. Line single to center and a line single to left center.
So it's time to get on the horn and call Geico or Farmers and take out a policy, right? Get some runs.
Absolutely. Sign on. Yeah, White still has a good fastball. That one came in at 92 miles an hour. 2-0 to Kotze. He has 2 hits, singles. Venable has a double and a triple. It led the attack, and Alonso the other hit, an RBI single. Ground ball to Helton. 3-1 on the putout. 2 gone here in the 6th inning. Alex White has been impressive.
Yes, he has. He's got good stuff. Got a good idea what he's doing out there. Pitch count at 80.
Will Venable has been his tormentor with a triple in scoring in the first, and then after he walked his only walk of the game, Bartlett to lead off the 5th. It was the double by Venable that made it 2-1. Got the cap, he's got the banner, the flag.
Does he have the foam finger though? Got to have the foam finger.
Oh, I'm sure that's part of the package. He's got it all there under his seat. It'll be good when the school is finally out.
Oh yeah,
kids will be out, bring their enthusiasm to the ballpark. Ground ball. Hudson to the second baseman, and Scudero to Helton. An easy 1-2-3 inning on ground balls for White. We go to the 7th. It's 2-1 Padres.
For the post-game show, once again, all about Jeff Suppan. Good night throwing it, good night butting it.
No soup for you.
Not for 1 year.
Pitcher's fielding practice, I love it. Soup gets over, gets the big out on Colvin.
37 years old, still hustles like a kid. And he was up against a kid tonight, so he really had to get it done. As impressive as he was pitching-wise,
this is what I love.
The laydown, how about that?
And he lays down this bunt, gets him in the scoring position. That is way he's going to win this ball game.
That is money right there. So coming up in the post-game show, a further breakdown. You're going to see just what it is that keeps this guy so effective into his 37th year. Also, a multi-hit game for a couple of Padres right now. Maybe there'll be a couple more added to the list. Will Venable, Mark Kotze will break down what they are doing correctly. And Buddy Black is going to tell us what transpired tonight. We will have all that and more for you coming up on the post-game show. Dick and Mark.
All right, thank you, Michael. And we really enjoyed the work around the bag, the double play action with Mark Loretta.
Wasn't that nice?
Really nice. Yeah, I think those instructional pieces in the pregame show, they had to package those up. That'd be a nice thing for Little League kids to be able to look at and learn. No matter what the position, you guys are giving such good information, such good teaching.
Thank you.
Denorfia now in left field for the Padres, and Luke Gregerson comes in to work the 7th inning, and look who's hitting. Alex White stays in the game and takes upstairs ball 1. He hasn't thrown a lot of pitches, but he must be a good hitter. Otherwise, trailing 2-1, you would think that he'd be lifted for a pinch hitter. Chokes up a little bit, looks like a hitter. Takes a strike, 1-1. Denorfia defensively for Kotze in left.
Well, the bullpen for the Rockies severely overworked, so Jim Tracy's thinking, okay, sure, it's a close game. I like what Alex White has been doing up until this point. I feel comfortable leaving him out there. When we talked about pitchers wearing single digits, right? White wearing number 6. I remember Atlee Hammaker. I was a teammate of Atlee Hammaker's when he wore number 7 with the Giants. But recently, David Wells, number 3, and of course a big Babe Ruth fan. Josh Towers, Kyle Drabeck, the son of Doug Drabeck, number 4, and of course tonight's pitcher Alex White.
And Alex White, number 6, just took 3 strikes and you're out. 1 away.
Rick White went with the old Hackman Jeffrey Leonard number 00.
Scutaro takes it inside, ball 1. The attendance tonight, 17,478. Hope to see you tomorrow, 12:30 game time. 11:30 for Padres Live here on Fox Sports San Diego. Scutaro is 0 for 3, 2 groundouts and a strikeout, and he takes a strike on the slider.
Okay, Luke Gregerson has got that slider working very nicely.
Worked a solid 1, 2, 3. 8th inning last night with a strikeout. Another slider away. 2-1. Scutaro and then Pacheco on deck here in the top of the 7th. 2-1. Another tight Petco Park pitchers battle tight game. Hits the corner. 2-2. Fastball.
You know what's great about that pitch, Dick? The slider's in the back of the mind of all these hitters, and then just before you know it, Gregerson throws a 90-mile-an-hour fastball, and the hitters can't catch up to it.
Or they think, well, that's going to go off the plate.
Right.
It's a slider. Instead, they watch it hit the outside edge. Well, Tim Stauffer, the word on Tim is he'll start for Lake Elsinore tomorrow. And if all goes well, we'll probably see him at work against the Nationals in Washington on the next road trip. Carlos Quentin also will go to Lake Elsinore. He's playing tonight and tomorrow. And if all goes well, he could make the road trip as well. 2-2. And upstairs, and the count full now on Scutaro.
A little extra humpy hump on that last one. 91 on the fastball. Way up and out of the zone.
Pacheco with a double in the first inning. Led to a run. The only run. Off the fist softly to Bartlett, the shortstop. He got in the kitchen of Scutaro. 2 away. Well, you picked the uniforms. Now you picked the game. Friday, May 18th. That's a week from this Friday. Padres, brown and gold, 78 uniforms against the Angels. Get to the park early and enjoy a 70s themed pregame party presented by Verizon Wireless. Friday night is party night at the Park in the Park. The party starts at 5. First pitch at 7:05. Tickets for all 3 retro nights with the Padres Retro Mini Plan are available at Padres.com or call 619-795-5555.
So 1978, huh? I'm thinking Gloria Gaynor. I Will Survive. Disco was at the height then, wasn't it? Come on now, Professor. I can see you out there polishing the tiles on those white shoes you wore.
Is that the funky chicken
yeah.
era?
The boneless chicken.
Boneless chicken. I guess.
I can just see you out there back in the day. You and Drysdale after a game.
I could hoof it.
Wearing the plaid pants.
We used to call it Trip the Light Fantastic.
The white shoes, the plaid pants, the blazers with the lapels out to here.
We did use the Big D and I. We were into the white shoes. You got us right.
I wish I could jump in the time machine.
Some of those clothes, though, you didn't want to get near a cigarette smoker. that fabric we wore in those days, and it didn't crease my. They had the permanent crease in it.
Right.
It didn't wrinkle. But boy, it could burn. 1-2 the count. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And Gregerson on his game again with that slider. Strikes out 2 out of 3. We're at the 7th inning stretch, and the Padres hanging on to the 2-1 lead. Diego presents Padres Baseball, brought to you by Petco, where the healthy pets go. And by the all-new Mazda CX-5 with 35 highway miles per gallon. Beautiful scene here in downtown San Diego, looking in over the waters as if you're off on that beautiful Coronado Island. Padres in the bottom of the 7th inning with a 2-1 lead, 2 runs and 5 hits. Rockies 1 run, 5 hits. And young Alex White stays in to work the 7th inning. It'll be Baker, Bartlett, and Chris Denorfia to bat for the Padres. Denorfia placed in the hitter's spot in the batting order. Pitcher's spot, number 9. Hopefully a hitter tonight. 2-0 to Baker. He's grounded to second. A good play made by Scudero, and fly to center. 3-0. White got in trouble in the 5th when he walked the leadoff man Bartlett. Suppan sacrificed him, and Venable knocked him in with a double as Andrew Kashner, the hard-throwing right-hander, getting loose in the bullpen, apparently to come in the 8th.
It'll be interesting to see if the ninth rolls around, stays the same, if Dale Thayer gets the nod again.
4-pitch walk to Baker. Only the second, but the first walk was the leadoff man, and the leadoff man safely aboard on the free ticket here. Rockies have a left and a right-hander throwing in the bullpen. See if Bartlett's up there to sacrifice here to try to add that insurance run.
I think he's going to lay it down, get him over.
Takes outside, strike. Slider at 82. Glenn Hoffman threw a series of signs down there at third base. Could be wiping off the sacrifice with the infielders charging, or it may still be in play. Runner goes, and the swing and the miss. The throw is high and safe at second base. Baker with a stolen base. So Black wiped off the sacrifice and went to the hit and run. And all Bartlett could do is take that weak swing to try to protect the runner. And Baker, with a surprise attack, comes up with a steal, his first of the year.
And according to the media guide, the first stolen base in the career of John Baker.
How about that?
Hey, watch out, Ricky Henderson. Why doesn't Baker take out that bag and send it to the dugout, put it in his locker as a memento?
Hanging on by the fingernails. So Baker now in scoring position with no one out. But Bartlett takes strike three. So Bartlett strikes out for the second time tonight, and his struggles continue. Started tonight at 141. He's 0 for 2. Fox Saturday Baseball returns. Albert Pujols and the Angels are headed to Texas. Take on Josh Hamilton. Did you hear? 4 home runs and a double tonight for Hamilton. The Rangers and Angels, a showdown between AL West rivals. Fox Saturday Baseball, presented by Chevrolet, returns this week 9:30 a.m. here in San Diego, following MLB player poll, which airs at a special time. Bartlett had a chance, hit the ball to the right side to move Baker over to third, where the Padres might have been able to steal an insurance run.
Bob Apodaca, the pitching coach for the Rockies, might be going over a little scouting report here with Denorfia coming to the plate.
Denorfia hitting in the 9th spot, and then the hitting star of the game, Will Venable, should get another chance.
Oh, cuteness.
Inside to Chris.
Well, you know what? It's getting close to 90 pitches. The next toss, 90 pitches. Sometimes pitchers have difficulty getting that slider, that sinker down. And we know what Denorfia can do if he gets a hanger.
This is the farthest that Alex White has gone in a big league game, and there's a line drive to right field, not hit very well off the end of the bat. Here comes Baker to third, and he's going to hold right there as Kadire with a big arm hits the cutoff man Hilton. So Denorfia, so typical of him, off the bench, late reserve or pinch hitter, comes through off the head of the bat, but in the right place.
I just love how Denorfia goes the other way with that pitch rather than trying to pull it. There was a slider down and away. Baker's got to hold his ground because he doesn't know from his vantage point if that's going to be a line drive at the second baseman or first baseman. He moves up 90 feet.
So Alex White apparently going farther than he ever has in his brief major league career. Gives the ball to Jim Tracy. Job well done. Made his own trouble here in the late innings by walking the leadoff man. lead. First and third, one out. And lefty Matt Reynolds in from the bullpen. He's been busy this year. It's his 14th appearance. He has a 3-0 record. But he's given up some hits in 12 innings, 16 hits. Opposing batters hitting .320. Venable first and third. One out. He has a double and a triple. He scored a run and knocked in one. He's figured in both scores, and here's a chance to add to the lead.
Matt Reynolds, 3-pitch pitcher, fastball, slider, change. A little deception from the left-hander. Will throw across his body. Trying to hide that baseball.
Chases 1-1. Venable, however, this year against left-handed pitching is 6 for 21. That figures out at 286. Hitting coach Phil Plantier, along with Bud Black, watching intently. Denorfia, good lead at first base. John Baker over third. Runs are precious, and in a tight game, one more insurance run could play mighty big. In the last of the 7th inning. High pop foul off third, and it's just into the crowd away from Pacheco. Well, when that left the bat, it looked like that was going to be a foul out.
Hey, right in the sides. Love that. He's got to drink the rest of the beer. If I was commissioner and that happened, you have to finish the beer.
He will.
That is so awesome.
Fan of the game.
There you go.
A young fan from Alpine. Almost hit Venable.
Now that guy's a gamer.
Watch out, you lose the souvenir.
You won't see that at a football game.
No.
Unless it's a pretty big beer.
Meanwhile, Baker at third. Denorfia at first base, one out. Padres trying to add to their 2-1 lead here in the 7th. Dave Roberts there helping Denorfia with a big lead, but a safe lead. He's well off the bag, but with his weight ready to scamper back to first. Ooh, that was close. A breaking ball that just missed. 2-2 pitch, and it goes Venable's way, a full count. Got him. All 4. The second time that Venable struck out, but he's contributed with a double and a triple. And here comes Tracy.
That's the shorter breaking ball. We've seen a big breaking ball from Reynolds, and then the short slider, and that's the one he elects to throw to get Will Venable swinging.
First strikeout for Reynolds. To the bullpen the Rockies will go. The score is still 2-1 Padres. at the Corners Friday on Fox Sports San Diego. Catch a new episode of Padres POV. Throughout the season, get an inside look at the team from the player's point of view. Friday, 3 o'clock on Fox Sports San Diego, presented by Sequan Casino. Well, Esmil Rogers has struggled this year. He's been part of the problem for the Rockies in the bullpen. Just has trouble getting people out. 8.36 ERA. Faces Cameron Maben, first and third, 2 out. And it's outside ball 1.
Rogers has got a live arm. Fastball curve slider changed mid 90s to upper 90s on that fastball. High in the walk column.
High in the hit column. 20 hits in 14 innings. Maben with a chance to add to the 2-1 Padre lead here in the 7th. That's a strike on the outside corner. 94 on his fastball. Maben has grounded to third, flying to center, and sent that smash back to the mound that struck Alex White on the ankle. Caromed over to Todd Helton for the out. He's aimed for center field, and a base hit would have scored the run. He had Venable at third base at the time. Way outside. So the action pitch. Baker at third. Denorfia ready to go from first. Three and 1.
Rogers sometimes can struggle with command, right? So I say you hold the runner at first base because you never know what's going to happen with him.
Well, and he's pitching Maben outside. There's a big hole on the right side to hit through. Ball 4, and the bases are loaded. Padre at every pillow as Maben goes to first. Denorfia to second. Baker at third. And Chase Headley the hitter. No damage done yet, and here comes Apodaca, the pitching coach, out to talk to Rogers. Headley hitting left-handed.
A lot of visits to the mound tonight by Apodaca. Doing a lot of talking to Ramon Hernandez. Now he turns to Rogers. All the pressure's on him.
Chase Headley, a grand slam home run earlier this season. He has 2 in his career. He has struck out twice and flied to left, so he's due. Here's a chance to really push the Padres in front. Yonder Alonso behind him.
He might walk in a run here. Squeezing that baseball a little extra tight. Pressure situation here. Ooh, breaking ball for a strike.
There they are. Baker, Denorfia, and Maben aboard. A Padre over every pillow. Fooled on that pitch. Slider at 90 miles an hour.
Yeah, first slider right down the middle of the plate. Second slider, he brings it down even farther. Nearly picked out of the dirt by Hernandez for strike 2.
Out in front of that one. It's well foul, but that had home run distance had he straightened it out.
Out in front of a pitch on the inside. Look at the hands getting through. Down towards the end of the bat. Catching it too far out in front.
Misses the outside corner with a 96-mile-an-hour heater. Two out, bases full of Padres. 2-1 San Diego leading here in the 7th. Same spot. Outside. What's Esnil Rogers? That was well outside.
Yeah, it wasn't even close.
He was walking toward the dugout like he had him struck out. In the dirt, and now the drama thickens. Bases loaded, 2 outs, 3-2. Rogers came out of the pen and walked Maben to load him up. And now he's gone 3-2 on Chase Headley. Pressure on the pitcher, has to throw a strike. Struck him out. And the Padres leave the bases full again. We go to the 8th inning. Lost opportunity for San Diego, but they still lead it 2-1. Padres. Todd Helton with a line single to drive in the first run of the game as Gonzalez scored. Then the Padres answered. Venable leading off the first inning with a triple. 2 outs made, and then Alonso came up and drilled a single to right field to tie it up at 1-all. Suppan, who did a great job on the mound, perfect sacrifice bunt, moving Bartlett, who had walked to second, and here comes Venable again. Same spot, left field corner double, and the Padres lead it 2-1. And a golden opportunity to really have a big inning in the 7th. As a couple of walks and a single. The Padres swinging at ball 4, and Colorado able to get off the hook. That's like wondering, when are we going to get the big hit? Break a game open. Andrew Kastner comes out of the pen. First appearance since his impressive 100-mile-an-hour plus 8th inning on Sunday that wound up being the loser.
Yeah, the one thing that Andrew Kastner said after that outing is that he said, I've got to have better command of my fastball. You see the numbers? Opponent's only hitting 220.
It's the walks that have hurt him, as he has walked as many as he struck out, a dozen in 13 2/3 innings. And he faces the tough end of the order. Gonzalez, Tulowitzki, and Helton. 3 All-Stars to hit here in the 8th inning. First one at 98.
And a perfect spot right on the corner, knee high.
Gonzalez walked and scored the Colorado run back in the first. Hit the next 2 at first baseman Alonso. One very hard. Goes to his breaking ball. 1-1. Comes back with a changeup at 89 miles an hour.
Okay, 98 mile an hour fastball, and then you try to adjust to an 88, 89 mile an hour changeup. You see how far out in front Gonzalez is. Screw you right into the ground.
Oh, he has a classic swing, though, doesn't he, Gonzalez?
Yep.
Bouncer to Hudson at second base. 1 away. Brings up Tulowitzki. 1 for 2 with the walk.
Sorry about that, Dick. I was going to say, even though there was a routine grounder to second base, good hustle by Gonzalez getting down that first baseline. Not taking anything for granted.
But Black, quick to point out in regard to Andrew Kashner that while seems like he's a veteran of many years, he really doesn't have much major league experience. Takes a strike, does Tulowitzki. 99 on that fastball. Andrew did his college pitching with the Horned Frogs of TCU. He's only 25.
He's only got a year plus, right? Major League service.
High hopper, going to have to hurry, Hudson. And he doesn't get him. First base umpire Tom Hallion was ready to call him out, but good hustle by Tulowitzki, and he legs it out on that high chopper. A scratch single by Tulowitzki.
You could see that play developing on the big hop. Hudson was charging. Tulowitzki was getting down the line as best as he could. Very close.
Second infield hit of the game, but off the home plate. Not much Hudson can do with it.
Well, he played it back. Did you see that? He played it back on the big hop, on the second hop, and Tulowitzki beats it out.
Yeah, there was time for him to charge and get it on the one big kangaroo hop, wasn't there?
There was, absolutely. And you know what? If he charges it on the big hop and tries to get it on the short hop, that's fine, because you know, if he boots it and can't, I shouldn't say boot it. If he doesn't come up with it cleanly, it's okay. It's a do or die play, right?
But he doesn't miss many. That ball gets in his glove, and he's secure. But he may have misjudged Tulowitzki's hustle. Here's Helton. Lined into a double play the last time. Knocked in the run in the first inning, his 21st RBI of the season. And bad luck for Kashner. That should have been out number 2. Changeup. He starts Helton. And now 2-0. This is an interesting battle. A veteran Helton, terrific hitter, always tough on the Padres, against the flame-throwing Kashner, who has shown their respect already by going off speed to Helton.
Fastball away.
Alonso's got to brace himself and be ready for that fastball throw to first base. He's even closer than home plate.
Yeah. There's a 2-seamer. 1 wiggle.
3-0.
Caught the black, it looked like, didn't it? On Fox Tracks.
Kashner thought it was a strike. Michael Kadire on deck. 1 out. Tying run at first here in the 8th. Ball 4. So the walk again from Cashner. He's walked a man per inning pitch. So tying run goes to second. Go ahead score at first. And here comes Bud Black out to talk to Cashner. And interesting, not Aaron Bowlesley, the pitching coach, but Black makes the visit.
Many times that Buddy will go out there and just give a pep talk. Pump him up a little bit. Okay, everybody know what they're going to do here? Be aware of this, be aware of that. Let's go get him.
So a scratch single by Tulowitzki with one out. The walk to Helton. And the Rockies threaten here in the top of the 8th. Kadire walked, popped up, single to center the last time.
So now you've got 2 right-handers that do up. Kadire, Hernandez on deck.
Ground ball weakly to second. They get 1, but that's all. Kadire runs much too well, and the ball was not hit that hard. That takes the go-ahead score out of scoring position as Kadire safe at first base in the fielder's choice. Moving over to third, the tying run Tulowitzki with 2 out.
Now this is what we were talking about in the instructional tape with Mark Loretta. Bartlett gets the baseball and then goes towards the outfield side, right field side, but seems to lose the handle a little bit on the throw attempt, getting those spikes up. You don't want to get those spikes caught in the ground with a runner sliding into you.
Veteran Hilton, who does everything right, breaking up the double play, even though it would have been most difficult to turn. And now it's up to Hernandez, fouled out, line to third, and walked tonight. First and third, 2 gone. Low and inside, 99 on that fastball. Ramon will be 36 years of age later this month. Up the middle, Bartlett to Hudson in time for the out. Oh my, was that tight. Bartlett ranging far to his left and able to make the flip to Hudson just ahead of the sliding Kadire. And Cashner and the Padres are out of trouble in the 8th inning. Big play, and close it was. To the bottom of the 8th, still 2-1. As the tying run was scoring from third, look, he had a little trouble getting it out of the glove, so that made it even tighter. And just in time, Hudson's foot hitting the bag before Kadire makes a slide in.
Not only having difficulty finding that baseball and the handle, but how about the little hump also to the feed, right? So there's got to be no worse feeling as an infielder where you can see that runner coming to second base. I mean, that's huge because there's a runner on third, and it's very close. I think that's what they're talking about right now, that last play at second base. So
trying to get me killed, the old dog says.
Very close. Couldn't get much behind that little toss to Orlando Hudson covering.
Middle three for the Padres here in the last of the eighth. Alonso Jesus Guzman apparently will pinch hit for the pitcher, and then Hudson. Alonso knocked in the first run in the first inning after Venable had tripled, a single to right field for Alonso. He's got 3 RBI singles in the series. Rounded out twice since. All the way to the screen from Rogers. 2-0. 3-2 last night, Padres. 2-1, just clinging to the lead here in the late innings. And Dale Thayer, who picked up his first Padre save and the first save since his debut in the major leagues. Apparently he's going to be the temporary closer as Bud Black.
Hey, how about the wheels coming off here for the Rockies one time? And then the Padres putting up a crooked number here in this inning.
3-0. Alonso taken all the way, and it's ball 4. 4-pitch walk, and the leadoff man once again for the Padres aboard on a base on balls. Well, this MLB season, Fox Sports is proud to support Boys and Girls Club of America, a place where youth can reach their full potential as productive, caring, and responsible citizens. Learn more. Visit greatfutures.org/Fox Sports. Guzman pinch hits for Cashner. Padres the best pinch hitting team in baseball, hitting .383, 18 pinch hits. And that's a strike from Rogers. Hudson on deck. There they are for Guzman. 5 for 7, 4 RBIs as a pinch hitter. About as good as you'll find in the major leagues. Padres gifted the leadoff walk. See if they can take advantage. The third time in the last 4 innings the leadoff man has been walked. Bartlett, when he walked in the 5th, it came around to break the tie on the double by Venable. Two balls and a strike. Guzman terrific as a pinch hitter, 5 for 7 overall, hitting .247. 10 runs batted in.
I love when the crowd boos and the pitcher throws over to first.
It's universal, isn't it?
Yeah.
17,478, and they're not all still with us here at Petco Park, so some of those boos crashing as echoes around Petco. 3-1.
Well, the body language of Rogers, if he keeps doing that, Chad Fairchild's not going to give him any close pitch.
That one was pretty close, wasn't it? Duck in final. The Giants edge the Dodgers 2-1 tonight. St. Louis beat Arizona 6-1. The other NL West games. Swinging 3-1. 94 on that fastball. New member of the pitching staff just called up, Adam Ottavino. getting loose.
There's an old scout taking notes, huh?
Runner goes, and it's a high fly ball to center. Easy chance out there for Colvin. Comes in for the first out.
Sunday, May 20th, your Padres are going to take on the Angels at 1:05. Get to the park early and enjoy a special pregame ceremony as part of Padres Salute to the Military Child, presented by Tri-West. Don't wait. Get your tickets today at Padres.com or get on the horn. 619-795-5555.
So special. Today we visited our friends at the Ascot shop in La Jolla. And young lady that works there, her husband just home from the Marines. And Hudson takes ball one. And I had given tickets for Sunday, since I was gone, to the guys there, and they couldn't go, and they gave it to her. And she and her husband came out on Military Day, and she said, what a thrill it was to be here on Sunday with my husband just back home from service in the Marines. What a job the Padres do. 2-0 to Hudson. So they're saluting the military children this Sunday.
Yeah, it was the spouses.
Or the next Sunday, week from Sunday.
Spouses a couple days ago. Now the children.
Hudson has flied out and grounded out twice tonight. Sitting on a 2-0 pitch. Squares and takes a strike. Taking all the way. John Baker is on deck. 6 hits aside. Jim Tracy watches ball 3. Breaking ball inside. 3-1. This 2-1 game laboring on almost 3 hours with all the relief pitching. Line drive. That's going to be a base hit into the right field corner. Alonso around second to third. Digging it out of the corner is Kadire. Here comes the relay. Going to be. No, it's offline. And Alonso scores. Hudson into third. It's 3-1. They had a chance to get Alonso on a good relay, but Kadire's throw offline. As Hudson delivers again. Going to score that a triple. He leads the National League. That's his 5th of the year. All left-handed.
He got a 3-1 pitch. He was out in front of it, rattling around that corner. Everybody's off, and you see there, Scudero could not come up with the relay. It looked like Alonso was going to be held up. He kind of pulled up a little bit as he approached third base. A break for San Diego.
So with 1 out, Hudson at third. They're not going to pitch to Baker. They'll walk him intentionally. So again, the leadoff walk. That's 2 of the 3 Padre runs from the leadoff walk. And now they'll put Baker on and take their chances on the right-handed hitting shortstop Bartlett. I can just guess why Alonso is smiling. They kind of kid him about that Steinway that he carries around the bases with him on his back.
Yeah, how about a long inning so he can get a cool drink and rest those legs.
Now here comes Tracy and another pitching change here in the 8th inning. The Padres have added a run. It's 3-1 at Petco. Van Halen joining us here at Petco. In the new pitcher, Adam Ottavino, facing Bartlett, and apparently they're going to put Bartlett on and load the bases with 1 out. Hudson with his RBI triple at third. They intentionally passed Baker. Bartlett has struck out twice and walked, scored a run, a tie-breaking run in the 5th inning. They made it 2-1. Well, they're going to pitch to him. Outside 2-0. They just called Ottavino up from Colorado Springs, their top farm club. He was a former #1 draft pick by the Rockies 6 years ago. Native of Brooklyn, New York. But is pitching at Northeastern University in Boston.
He's a big boy, too. 6'5", 230. Got to step that way now. Got to clear that pivot foot. He can't lift and come straight down. Let's watch his foot, his lift foot here. Yeah, he does it okay. See, he can't like bring it up and then straight down. He's got to clear that pivot foot that's in contact with the rubber.
Swing and a miss by Bartlett at a slider.
And step towards third base, and he did just that. Four-pitch pitcher, fastball, slider, change, curve for Ottavino.
Boy, this is a sign of the times. Bartlett sacrificing. That wasn't a squeeze. Sacrificing just to move a runner to second base. He has struck out twice and walked, and has had trouble buying a hit. 10 hits and 73 at bats. Hitting 137. Two and 2 the count. Out of play. Just bewildering how Bartlett suddenly
got to get him going.
Can't hit. And this is a lifetime 270 hitter in the big leagues.
Spend a lot of time in the cage trying to hone those skills. Busting his tail each and every day. Got to keep going.
Got him again. 3 times he struck out. So with a runner at third, 1 out, Bartlett can't produce. And here's the boos.
Slider down and away. Might have been a curveball.
So Padres won't be able to pick up another run on and out. It's first and third with 2 out. And Denorfield, the hitter. He looped a single into right field his 1 at bat. Fastball 94 miles an hour, taken for a ball. 9th inning, as you look ahead to the Rockies, they'll have Colvin, the pitcher spot, and the leadoff man Scudero to hit. He went around 1-1. Padres trying to snap that dominance of the Rockies here at Petco Park, winning the last 6 series. Such a long inning that they are now worked up a lather and now just resting out in the pen. Watch out. That was a mean line drive back into the crowd. One ball and 2 strikes. Young fan comes up with a souvenir. Good on you. Runner goes outside, and a stolen base will be credited to John Baker, who had never stolen a major league base, and he's got 2 steals tonight.
Good for him.
Hold the presses. Baker steals 2. Two and 2 to Denorfia. 2 men in scoring position. Strike 3 called. So Adam Ottavino comes up to the big leagues, and first 2 men he faces, Bartlett and Denorfia, he strikes him out. But the Padres, thanks to Orlando's Hudson's triple to the right field corner, have added a run. Here comes Alonso, pumping around third. Here he comes home. Play that Steinway. Coast in. It's 3-1. Last night, perfect 3 2/3, and tonight it was the same story as Thatcher came in to strike out a tough left-handed hitter, Colvin. Gregerson worked a 1-2-3 inning, and a good play by Bartlett just does get to Dyer as the tying run was scoring at the time, would have made it 2-2 as Kastner bailed out by the defense of Bartlett. And now it's Dale Thayer in to try to pick up back-to-back saves. 3-1. He's got an extra run to lean on thanks to the triple by Hudson in the last of the 8th.
Hey, the Bully Boys, huh? Coming out, making some noise.
Thayer from Southern California, Huntington Beach. He went up to Chico State for his college work after a couple of years at Santa Ana Junior College. Was not drafted. He's got a good fastball.
I love stories like that.
He went to a tryout camp with the Padres.
That's great.
San Diego signed him. Said he's got enough stuff. We'll put him in our minor league system. Now at age 31, might just be the closer. Strike 2. Colvin is 1 for 3 in the game. Jonathan Herrera is on deck. Will hit for the pitcher.
Okay, second time around in a Padres uniform in the organization. Hopefully it works out to good things for Dale Thayer.
Waste that last pitch. Now 1-2 to Colvin. Slap foul deep down the left field side, way back into the lower tier. And patience is a virtue for so many of these veteran pitchers, relief men especially. You just keep working at it. You come up with a little different action on your pitch or a different motion.
Sure.
Be more deceptive. Came up a couple of years with Tampa Bay there and with the Mets last year for a cup of coffee. Pushes Colvin off the plate. 94 on that pitch.
Got to have a lot of heart too, right? A lot of heart and desire.
Would be a good bookend story tonight. The veteran Suppan to start at 37, and now Thayer trying to close it. That's Colvin has a different idea as he rips a single to center field. That'll bring the tying run to the plate. Colvin a 2-hit night.
Just caught too much of the plate. Two-seamer, he wanted it away. John Baker was set up away. Leaks middle in, and Colvin fights it off.
So with the tying run coming to the plate, it'll be Jason Giambi that comes out of the dugout. Giambi had a big home run back at Colorado over the weekend that won a game. Veteran slugger, primarily on the bench for just this occasion. He has 4 hits in 22 at bats, but one of those a pinch hit home run. He's 3 for 8 as a pinch hitter.
You see the shift there. Bartlett and Headley way over towards second base. Outfield on the deep side. I mean, big time deep.
Slider inside.
Look at Will Venable. I mean, my goodness, he is way over in the right center field gap.
429 career home runs for this big guy. Was most valuable player early in his career with the Oakland A's. Fouls it back. Giambi, well over the 40 mark, now 41 years of age. Doesn't get the call, right at the knees. Changeup.
Yeah, that was a good pitch.
Good cut at that. 93-mile-an-hour fastball, and the count is 2-2. 6 years with the Oakland A's, then to the Yankees for 7, back to Oakland for a year, 2009, and then in that year on waivers, Colorado picked him up, and their primary pinch hitter. Struck him out, blew him out with a fastball at 93.
A big out for Dale Thayer. He knows that Giambi's got some pop in that bat. He falls behind, then he challenged him with a fastball. Just missed with the changeup. That was a strike. There's another fastball. You think he's got him timed? Heater away. Thayer wins the war. That's a huge out for Dale Thayer.
Scudero grounded out twice, struck out, and popped up the last time. Takes a strike. Thayer consistently 93-94 on the fastball.
Pound that strike zone with the fastball and the breaking ball.
And he's a hit on the count, 0-2. Don't have to be a genius to know what the challenge is here. You want to get rid of Scudero and Pacheco and not give Gonzalez and Tulowitzki a chance here in the 9th inning. Tying run at the plate, 3-1 San Diego. Outside, tried to get him to bite on the slider. That ball is hit deep to left field. If it's fair, it's trouble. It is a foul ball. Oh my, was that close.
Strike 2. That's all it is. It's a strike.
Heart-thumping strike 2.
Boy, did Scudero get on top of that one and flirts with the corner.
That brick wall angling away, so actually it was a lot closer to the foul pole than it looks. He got all of it, Scudero.
Get it down and away.
Line drive up the middle, base hit.
Well, he's
stopping at second base. No, Maben juggles the ball. Now the throw to third, and into third goes Colvin. Now that'll be a single and an error on Maben. The Padres have gone 5 games without committing an error.
Well, that Scudero is a little pest, isn't he? I mean, he puts together some good at-bats. 0 for 4 going to this at-bat, and just misses a home run and stays on that one to the second base side of second base. And Colvin all over it, taking advantage of the miscue. He sees daylight, he's off and running.
So first and third. Boy, that run in the last, the 8th inning really plays big down. But the Rockies have the tying run at first with 1 out. A couple of very well hit singles. And now we get into the thick part of this Rocky order. Pacheco, a double and 4 at bats with Gonzalez on deck. No one throwing in the bullpen. Bud Black has used 6 pitchers. Suppan, Michaelis, Thatcher, Gregerson, Cashner, and now Thayer. Falls behind 2-0 to Pacheco, with a man who leads the National League with runners in scoring position on deck. Colvin at third. Tying run represented by Scudero at first. Strike.
Good action on that two-seamer. And that's where you want to be, down around the knees, have him beat it into the ground. Hopefully turn 2 and end this thing.
That's what the middle infielders are looking for, Bartlett and Hudson. Action pitch, 2-1. In there. 94-mile-an-hour fastball.
Great pitch.
Right at the knees.
Just peppering the knees. Two-seamer. Oh, you betcha.
Check swing, ground ball. Hits the runner, and he's out. And the runner has to return to third base. The ball hit the runner going to second base. Scudero. And there's one of those freakish incidents you never know, but you're automatically out. And the run does not score. Colvin goes back to third. Wow. Safe at first base and credited with a single is Pacheco.
Unbelievable. I don't know. Scudero has got to either stop, let that ball go through, one hop.
Truth of the matter is, Hudson would have fielded the ball. As you see it, Karam's off the runner, Scudero, so there would have been an out probably at first base, so that would have moved the tying run into scoring position had it not hit Scudero. Instead, there's 2 outs, first and third. So Dexter Fowler's going to run for Pacheco. He goes into first base as a pinch runner.
So credit Orlando Hudson with the put out. He's the closest fielder to the play.
Now the Rockies down to their final out, but have the tying run carried by the speedy Fowler at first base, and Carlos Gonzalez, the batter, and he swings and misses at the first fastball. Is off the corner. Scored after walking in the first inning. A couple of hard ground ball outs to first base, grounded to second as last time. 0 for 3 Gonzalez. Again with a .458 batting average with runners in scoring position. Way outside. Changeup. So 3 hits in the inning. Around a strikeout by Giambi. And the put out, Scudero hit by a ground ball. Healthy cut again by Gonzalez. And the count goes to 1-2. Padres a strike away from ending the Rockies' jinx here at Petco Park. Got him swinging, and the Padres win it 3-1. Dale Thayer at 31, save number 2, back-to-back nights, and saves it for Jeff Suppan, who 2-0 as a starter. He got Gonzalez to chase a ball.
striking out to end the game, and the Padres win the series despite what might happen tomorrow, and the Colorado series of 6 wins ends tonight. Mike Pomerantz, another beauty.
Oh, yeah, great to see it. Hey, what we see in the postgame show, Jeff Suppan on. Break that down for you, what he was doing well. Mark Sweeney will sing a song for you, we think. Some multi-hit games as well. How that offense got going. And you're going to hear from the manager, Buddy Black. All that and more in the postgame show. We'll see you then.